Hey, Salakia was technical difficulties. The cap accidentally ended the live, but you know what I'm saying? We on deck still. I want to continue the edification if brothers and sisters make it back. Um, let's see. Shalom, shalom. Hey, get this out. Get this out. Like, share, and subscribe, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Cap ended the live by mistake. It's all good. I want to get them sources to you. Whew, I'm tired. I really wanted to smoke too. Shalom family, when y'all come in, make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share it. Mhm. Hey, there go Cap.
Salakia family. Salakia, yeah, that was me when I was leaving the live stream. I ended it right when the brother was getting ready to pull out the dagger.
Yeah.
Forgive me, family. I see some of the viewers, some of the people who was watching, Lord willing, they're gonna start to slide back in for a few ox.
Yeah, man. I'm about to drop the link in the chat.
Con.
Shalom, shalom. Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. Ellen Collins. Shalom. How you living? Azaria Banya. Howard. Shalom, shalom. If you guys want to smoke, if you want to run a fade real quick, hit the link. If you want to have a peaceful dialogue, hit the link. That's what we're trying to do. We just came off the last live. It was a wonderful presentation through the Spirit of Power Yahweh. It was a wonderful presentation, and then we had some scoffers in the chat, just so y'all know how it ended off. And we got to talking about how the Israelites were somehow homogenous. So I went to some ancient literature showing how even though the Greeks and Romans were able to look at, say, for example, the whole northern part of Africa and see that everybody was dark skinned, they still saw that there was different shades of black people even within specific people groups. So the question that I posed was, when then did the chain break? When did those different distinctions in color start to exist? If all throughout antiquity, the Israelites was one color. Yeah. Northern Kingdom only, no Yahweh Shai, Negro only, all that shit is bugged out, and it's not even practical, to be honest.
Right.
It's not even practical.
Look, and can I add this? The top guys in that community, the Negro only, these guys all been bodied by One West. Okay, right? They haven't come with a substantial argument on the Negro only stance as of yet. All right.
Yeah.
And then they don't believe in Yahweh Shah when Yahweh Shah all throughout the Torah. He said he come in the volume of the book. And that's in the Tanakh.
Right.
Come on, man. Who is that talking about?
Right. Hey, and I guess I became a sellout today because my wife is light skinned.
Yeah.
For those of you that just tuning in, my beautiful wife, y'all can recall, who is we trying to narrow down whether she's a Simeonite or an Ephraimite. I told her brother in the chat, when I met her, I thought she was black, but come to find out, she's either an Ephraimite or a Simeonite when it comes to her dad. And so he called me a sellout. He said she ain't no Negro. I was like, nigga, what does that even mean, bro? Like, what tribe am I from? Am I a Negro? Because she looked just as nigga, like she looked just as much as a nigga like I do.
Bang, like, you ask that nigga.
You don't get no.
Go ahead, Salakia.
Nah, you good. I was just saying, us khaki colored niggas don't get no love. Like,
hey, they try. Hey, I don't know what they trying to say. That's whack, man. You know what I'm saying, man? We're not gonna skin tone bang within our own family, and we definitely not gonna tribal bang either.
right?
Because as we talked about earlier, there's no nation on the earth, right? On this dirt, right? Shout out to Gorilla here. I heard him say terraformer. That's that terra firma. That's that proper word for the dirt, huh? Huh? But there's no nation like on the earth that's 100% homogenous. And we can go in the scripture and prove that Israel was not 100% homogenous either.
When you go into it. Yeah, man. But we doing Q&A for brothers in the meantime. It ain't all about swinging the sword necessarily. If you got questions, please feel free to click the link.
Right. Did y'all hear about that shooting at Juneteenth?
You said what now?
Did you hear about the shooting at the Juneteenth ceremony? I think it was in Illinois. My rib was telling me it's like 20 miles outside of Chicago, right? Nah. Put a fire in the chat if y'all heard about that. Yeah, I think she said it was like 20, only one killed, but like 20 injured. Shooting at a Juneteenth celebration.
All I remember is the one that took place when I think it was, I don't remember if it was 2020, 2021, when Alizar came to Seattle.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, every time I hear Juneteenth, that's what I think about. You crazy Negro only brothers, man. Juneteenth, you shooting up the camps.
Uh-huh.
Lord and Christ.
Uh-huh.
That was cold, man.
That's right, man. See, it's amazing, man. I'm just, I know a lot of these OT and Negro only guys, they don't believe the New Testament, but our Lord, man, he said, I believe that's in the book of John, that he has sheep that are not of this fold, right? I want somebody to break that down. What does that mean? What did he mean when he said that?
Mm-hmm. What does that mean even?
All right. And then why in later chapters when he said that he was going to go somewhere and that they couldn't follow, that the scribes, the Pharisees, the rulers in Israel, they asked, well, where is he going to go? Is he going to go, right, to the Greeks, right?
Peace to disperse among
and peace to disperse amongst the Greeks.
That's all. Yeah, bro. Oh, man. I gotta get my books up. It's this one source I want, and I lost it, about how there's a certain brother who is known as a good Greek, but he wasn't a Greek by blood. And what was so cold about it was the same as this source I got right here, where they use it gives you textual evidence. So you know how Christians be like, oh, if it's the word Hellene, that means a Greek by blood. Well, nah, I called him a Hellene. They said he was a good Helene because of his religion.
Ah,
Woo! Putting the dagger in it. Because it
that's
even tells you that in the Strong's, at the bare minimum. You look at the Strong's even, it tells you that. But for it to show it in literature, that shit was amazing.
right. And look, that's just like in modern times, they'll say you a good God-fearing Christian American.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. That's a motherfucking fact. Hey, if you was present for the presentation, if you enjoyed the presentation, put some fire in the chat. Make sure you share that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the Cash App in the chat. And what I would like for y'all to do is support if you can, if it's in your spirit, because guess what? Like I said, that's going to help me grab a whole gang of supplies that we need so that I could put forth even more edification at a whim.
That's right. That's right. And again, drop your questions in the chat. You know, it's not all about addressing brothers that or sisters that's scoffing, mainly brothers, because sister, if you scoffing, you should go home and scoff to your man. Okay? No offense.
Brother Shakar, shalom, shalom.
All right.
Baby Chop, aka Yapa Shariah Rakar, shalom, baby,
There she
shalom.
go. All right. All right. The princess.
You know,
All right. But yeah, the sincere questions.
how do I raise kids that were born in the world once I come into the truth? If our kids are monsters and are our oppressors, how do we raise them by the scriptures of America? I would say, brother, I really want you to get in touch with me because I could give you a broad answer on that. But what you need is something that's very case specific to your situation. You know, it matters what your relationship is with the mother of those children, what the housing situation is like, what your family structure is like, because the easy answer is always going to be just stand up and the whole nobody can play the game no more, right? That's always the easy answer. And I know that it's easy to say those things, but it doesn't always feel practical. So we could give you some chess moves. So why don't you hit us up at the email, Buyak
Yeah.
Yakasha.
Yeah. And can I Salakia, big bro, if I could just add a little insight from a brother, share a little bit of a testimony from a brother who came into the truth having children, both me and my rib, you know. And I can attest that the transition is difficult, but what I would recommend is you just commit wholeheartedly to it with you and your family, like your scriptures, right? Don't procrastinate, make haste, as it tells you in the Psalms,
Bring
right?
that.
So do that. That is the best way, because if you try to hedge your bet, like try to still do things that make them comfortable knowing they came from the world, like try to keep Christmas there, right? Like I had those thoughts, but then I was like, know what? Nope, we going cold turkey. You feel me? So my recommendation, that's the best. Now I say, as the brother Ash was saying, I could go more in depth and give you a broad answer too. But please, brother, hit the email, or sister, hit the email, and we could, chop it up in more detail about that. Right.
Right, right. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Giving you an easy answer sometimes is going to be the worst thing for you. When it comes to how determined you are, giving you those kind of rebukes, that's when you want the easy answer. But as far as applying the methodology, that's when we want to definitely be more careful. Continuing the shout outs. We got Ellen Collins in the building. Shalom. Shalom, Ellen Collins. El Gallo, Shalom. Shalom. Some y'all are Cyber Rocket 5. How you feeling, family? How you feeling? Any questions? Any questions? We want to run it up with y'all.
That's right. That's right. Where the questions at? Come on. Right. Any topic, not just the topic we were talking about the homogenous nations and the look of the ancient Israelites. Any questions, right? Today is so-called Father's Day, another pagan holiday, by the way, right? Let me throw that out there. Okay. All right. But yeah, we're looking for the sincere questions. If you're watching right now, like this video, share it. There may be somebody you who's in your atmosphere, so to speak, right?
Who knows this person? Y'all can't see
Right.
that.
No, that's kind of blurry.
Who knows this person? I wanted to.
Just
Who
right.
knows? He's in my chat being real weird, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah.
He do not want to. He do not want to come on the live, man. Twitter fingers. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Now let me see what he says. How not to bring our children to wrath when everything we say or do to them for discipline causes wrath. Well, you saying how not to bring wrath from the Most High, because I mean your wrath is an essential part of parenthood.
That's
You
right.
know, of course, being balanced and learning other ways to communicate, that's important. But you know, wrath is a part of it. Chastisement is a part of it. That don't mean an ass whooping every time. We're not supposed to avoid wrath in totality. We're just not supposed to be heavy-handed, I guess is a good way to say it. You know, Kat, what's your take on that?
Absolutely. You know, that's as they would say, your raft, and being able to bring the rod is a tool in your tool belt, but it's not the primary tool, right? It's not like if you just need to just like push something into a wall, you might not need a hammer for it, right? So if you could just push it into the wall without hammering it, just push it into the wall, right? So if you could just talk to your child, you know what I'm saying, and express how you feel without necessarily bringing a rod or bringing a raft that is justified according to the law, right? Then that's the way that you should go about it, right? Because your children, you being their parent, man, and their primary protective provider, right, and having that authority over them, you should um, that respect should be manifest, you know what I'm saying, without you having to take it to a physical level majority of the time. When you're doing things the right way. Right?
Ellen Collins had a good question about food. Can we eat seaweed? So the way that I look at that, according to Torah, I look at Genesis 1 and 29, and it says, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. So when it comes to any food, when it comes to any herb, does it come from a seed or does it come from spores? That's what you gotta evaluate. If you find out it come from like little spores, then you know you might want to stay away from it. If it comes from a seed and it's a herb, it's cool for you. I'll say that because you got people eat things like sea moss and things like that. Um, I say leave that alone. I personally don't mess with it. After that, it's between you and the Most High. Let me see.
Con. That's right.
Uh, my question is about the camps that say they are 100% truth. Is this possible? Does First Corinthians apply? Or we
That is a
promise?
great question.
It's amazing because when you deal with 100% truth, the thing that gets in between brothers and 100% truth is, you know, in part it's going to be translation. In part it's going to be the ability to read the ancient manuscripts, but a huge part of it is going to be what brothers choose to believe that got nothing to do with the text says. And if you're going to do First Corinthians, prophesying part, knowing part, for the man that say he knoweth anything, knoweth nothing. So the nigga that say he know everything gotta be a maniac. To brother El
I'll
Gato,
bring that out.
gotta be a maniac. You know, a camp should be very humble. Like you deal with Sakari. When I was evaluating what camp I wanted to run with, it was really a no-brainer that I see. And then I seen Sakari after watching the Zabaku. Is how I came into the truth. I seen the Sakari and I said they strict And what I seen them do was learn about the whole women wearing pants thing. They was teaching women can't wear pants, and then they caught a rebuke on it, and then they repented on a lie and said, you know, the scriptures say what they say. And so we're not going to teach against the scriptures. That's the type of attitude that you want to find in a body, because it means ego's not superseding the word. That was a good question.
Hey,
It's just, of course.
Con, can I add this out real quick? Also, if you look at the prophecy, and I believe that's Daniel chapter 12, I think that's like around verse 4, it says that in the last days and the last times that knowledge would be increased. So if you look at that, you understand that it's pretty much impossible for any camp to have 100% truth when the knowledge was going to be increased gradually over time, right? Just like our elders, if we just going back to the elders who brought forth One West, they got a certain, through the Holy Spirit, they got a certain amount of breakdowns, certain amount of prophetic prophecy and understanding in these prophetic texts, in these eschatological texts, these end time texts, right? Which we have, which brothers who came after them capitalized on, and Most High poured out His Spirit, and they got more breakdowns up until you get to the camps that are now around today. Okay, so it's all gradual. There's no camp out there that has 100% truth, right? So that's why we're rehearsing these righteous acts. We don't even know if we got the righteous acts 100% down right. Okay,
Bring that up.
right.
And that's why when something's very clear,
Mm-hmm.
you make sure you stand on that, you know, because the Most High is giving grace for the things that aren't clear. But the things that are very clear, bro, you got to lock in.
Last point too, and I think that's in Jeremiah. I can't remember exactly what chapter right now, but I think that's like Jeremiah 51. It says that He's gonna have to pardon the elect, right? Now, if we got 100% truth, or Karen got 100% truth, and they know everything, then why the elect got to get pardoned?
That's a good question right there. That's a good question right there. Hey,
Things that make you say,
look, man. If we do have 100% truth, we got a lot of explaining to do for our fucked up behavior in these last days. How about that?
Con.
Any other questions, man? Don't be shy, man. We your brothers here at FOG. Ain't no question that's a dumb question unless it's a question you don't ask. Unless you asking facetiously.
That's right.
Chat need to hit the like button. Con, yeah.
Bring that out, right? Hey, look, and if you in this chat, man, like we said, share this thing, man, because they do FOG, man. They do us dirty, man. They push our videos down in the algorithm. They'll let them get out there, and they be like, nah, we don't like y'all this week, So hit that like button and help your brothers out, all right?
Yeah, man, and help your family out. Like if it's good for you to eat, share it. Sharing is caring, right? Strength from home. That's the definition of love. Strength from home. The Hebrew word ahab. And this is how you build strength from home. You share what's good for the body to the rest of the body. You see?
That's right. Hey, and doing this work, man, this is love, man. Strength from home. Your brethrens, man, right? Sharing this information, man. Telling you, right, about giving you this love, right? And also remember, love, man, keeping of the Most High commandments, right? And it's not that what we loved Him, right, which we should, but it's that He loves us.
Bring that out.
All right, and that's real strength from home. Whoo, boy.
Hey, let's read a scripture, Cap. You in a position to read?
Yeah, I'm on my phone still charging because my laptop ain't acting right. But I'm gonna just grab my sword and let me know what you want.
Con. Sister Cheryl got a question about Psalm 91 and 7. Let me look because I'm not familiar just off the bat. Psalm 91.
All right, 1 second.
Yeah, do everything in the secret place of the Most High. Yeah, hey, when you can, just go ahead and grab Sister Cheryl's scripture.
Okay, come. And what does she want? Psalms 91.
Yeah, Psalms 91 and 7.
Got it right here. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 7. A thousand shall fall at thy side.
Read, start at 1.
So at one time.
Yeah.
Psalms chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
So he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, he's going to dwell in the shadow of the Almighty. This is shelter and protection. That's what that means. You look at Ezekiel chapter 31, it talks about that great tree that that was the Assyrian. And a lot of people lived under the shade of that tree. So those leaves, the same way that our leaves are going to be for the healing of the nation, there's also going to be shade that comes with that. So this is an agricultural reference, more than likely. But go ahead.
God, verse 2. I will say of the Most High, he is my refuge and my fortress.
You see that? So it's just doubling down on the idea that that shadow, that shade, it comes from being under a place of protection.
Yeah, right, Khan. And there's, I think that Psalms chapter 53 is one of my favorite precepts. The Psalms 57, where it says that keep me up under your wing during this calamity. So it's that same type of language, that same type of phraseology. Khan. But let me continue. It says, my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Verse 3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. And
So
from
somebody that catches birds. So he's just saying somebody's going to try to catch you like a bird, but the Most High going to deliver you from that snare that would catch an unknowing beast.
God. And from the noisome pestilence.
He's going to save you from that COVID. He's going to save you from the smallpox. He's going to save you from the white man because he's a pestilence.
God. Yeah. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings, what I was saying, under his wing shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So this is talking about faith being protection. Like what we got to understand when we deal with the Most High, we like to think that he's going to swoop down every time. But really, his law, statutes, and commandments are already a hedge of protection that encompass us with a certain layer. After that, if we're already obeying that wisdom and those commandments, that's when he's going to do what would appear to be intervention.
Con, thou shalt not be afraid from the terror by night, nor from the arrow that flieth by day, nor from the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
So this is where the point comes in, Sister Cheryl. So the arrows that's coming and hitting the ground and knocking everybody down around you, they're gonna miss you because you have that hedge of protection. And this is how we wrap up in 7. Go ahead.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
So it's gonna be like you running through a field, right? And there's arrows flying, hitting everybody around you, but you go unscathed, right? Finish up.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh to thee.
It ain't even gonna nearly touch. Go ahead.
Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Which means that you're not gonna witness the reward of the wicked by feeling it. You're gonna see it with your eyes. You feel me, Sister Cheryl?
Absolutely. Watch this. Verse 9. Because thou hast made the Most High, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Salakia.
No, you good. Asher over there tripping.
Yeah. Salakia, I'm gonna finish this up, this last verse, and then I gotta take him out.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Verse Salakia, I'm going to reread verse 9 and 10. Salakia, this is Psalms 91, verse 9. Because thou hast made the Most High, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation.
Mm-hmm.
There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
That's right.
Salakia. We're going to finish it up too. So verse 11. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot upon a stone. Right? Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder. The young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me. Therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High.
And that's beautiful, right? So that shows to me, man, like trusting in the Most High. And then you see at the latter end the prophecy which pertains to Yahweh Shai. What did Yahweh Shai do? Yahweh Shai trusted the Most High, believed him, right, and kept his commandments. He kept his works, right? He said, I come to do my Father's works, right? All this have I kept.
And we can segue this into what Booyaka Shah asks, how to deal with the curses. Well, when you deal with the curses, you can reflect on what Yahweh Shai went through. You know, the reason there was any Romans to deal with, the reason that the kingdom was in disarray is because of curses. And what he did was he endured to the end. So you see when the devil come testing his knowledge, saying, look, why don't you throw yourself down? Because it says that, you know, since you trust in the Lord, the angels is going to not allow you to dash your foot against the stones. The way to deal with the curses is to constantly fight. It says, he that shall endure to the end shall be saved. So if the question becomes, what are you supposed to endure in? I'm going to share my screen, family, and we're going to go to Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter. It says, and it shall come to pass when all these things come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether Yahweh thy God have driven thee, and shall return unto Yahweh thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, that thou and thy children with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, that the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and will have compassion upon thee. And this is one of those situations where you get a simple answer, because we don't want to complicate things with you know, people saying, well, this is my opinion about how to deal with the curses, and this is my opinion. The Most High says that we're supposed to repent. We're supposed to turn back to him. When you look at Deuteronomy, it's telling you to do what when you look at Deuteronomy 30, it's telling you basically to start off at Deuteronomy 28 and 1 through 14. You start keeping them commandments, knowing that only that's going to get it to where we get set on high above all the nations. Just please understand, though, when I say keeping them commandments, it's in light of everything that Yahweh Shai came and taught. So not just not committing adultery, but not even looking on your neighbor's wife to lust after your neighbor's wife. You know what I'm saying? If you're a woman, not only not committing adultery, but not even looking at a man that's not your man. You understand what I'm saying? We're supposed to go that extra mile so that our righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the Pharisees, who would be very hypocritical, only keep certain commandments when it behooved them. And they felt like it behooved them in the sight of men. Hopefully that answer helps you.
Hey, Con, and can I add this before I step away for a second? Because I see some beautiful other questions in here too. That remember that we thought that the judgment under the law was hard. The judgment up under Yahweh Shai is worse.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so all right, that's one thing to keep in mind. That's why we got to go that extra mile to teach our children to keep it to the best of our ability. Like if we rather be safe than sorry in some certain instances. All right.
Meadow.
Okay. So I think that that's a key point to remember. But I see some other good questions in here. I'm a step away, but I'll be back and I can read for you. One sec.
Kind of stuff. So Isaiah 63. That's one of my favorite ones, man. Isaiah 63. I was running it up with this fake Levite, man. I had a discussion with a fake Levite, and then he had Vocab Malone jump in. They ambushed me. But I asked him about Isaiah 63. Man, he couldn't wrap his mind around half the scriptures I asked him about. But this one is about our salvation and the destruction that Yahushua is going to reap in giving us that salvation. So it says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Basra is a capital city in Edom. You know what I'm saying? So it's located in the Jordan currently. But Basra is the capital in Edom. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speaketh in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thine garments like him that treadeth in a wine vat? So why are your garments red and stained like you stomping out wine? Because what they would do is they put a bunch of grapes in a pit. Somebody would go in there with no shoes, no sandals on, and they'd walk on top of the grapes and squish all the juice up out of them. It says, in thine garments like him that treadeth in a wine vat. And he replies, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain on my raiment. So he looked like he was treading grapes because he stomped so many people out with blood. And this is important because what it's saying is his blood is like it's his white garment is looking like it's dyed red. Now, when you're treading wine, the grapes don't go up to your hips, and it don't go up to your torso. It don't go up to your chest. So we're gonna look at another scripture after this, a parallel that take place in the book of Revelations. So it says, "For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help. And I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury upheld me. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and will bring down their strength to the earth." But look, verse 7 says, "But I will mention loving kindness of the Lord, and the praises of Yahweh according to all that Yahweh hath bestowed on us, and the great goodness toward the house of Israel." Right? So this is a time of salvation for some, and it's a time of vengeance for others. So let's look at Isaiah 61 real quick. Matter of fact, I'll stay here in Bible Hood. Isaiah 61 says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings to the meek." That loving kindness, right? "He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint all of them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified." Right? But the part that I wanted to point out is that the acceptable year of the Lord, the day of his redeemed, is also the day of vengeance. So on that day is certain things that's going to take place, like the destruction of these nations around about us. Our salvation is going to be their destruction. Let me see. What am I looking for? Revelation 14. Revelation 14. So this is talking about the reaper, right? The two reapers. One reaper is coming to gather us out and put us together and save us. But there's another reaper. So verse 16 says, and he sat on the cloud, thrusting his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in the heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had a sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast them into a great winepress, into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So it's saying the blood gonna come all the way up to here. So that's why Yahushai's garment is gonna be all white, but stained like blood, like he was treading a wine vat, because there's gonna be a great wine press, and that blood's gonna fill that wine press up to the horse's bridle, which is, I believe, that strap that goes around the horse's mouth. But that makes sense. Wood and water. Let me know if I'm talking good. Jeremiah 51:20, for thou art my battle axes, weapons of war. Is the Most High going to use us in battle? Yes, it will come. Yes, it will come. It's happening in a couple folds. It's happening by us going out on these corners and speaking the word, because everything's unraveling contingent upon us doing what we're supposed to do. Remember, the Most High ain't destroyed no nation without giving a warning first. So what we do, we go out and we rebuke the nations, and we rebuke our people, telling them to repent, and the Most High starts shutting them down. You see certain epidemics start, certain prophecies start to ramp up. And then there's going to come a great battle one day where, the Most High is going to endue us with the ability to wreak havoc upon the remaining peoples of this world. That's the short answer to that, Brother El Yala. Anybody else got any questions?
Crazy. And if I could add, that's why, Paul in his epistle and his advice, to Timothy, he told him, to endure this hardship as a good soldier, right? This is preparation, right? Because the Most High says in Ezekiel 37 that he's preparing a what? An exceedingly great army through that valley of dry bones, right?
Bring that out.
You done in Jeremiah 51 out?
Yeah. Anybody got any anybody else got any questions, any comments? Anybody want us to run the link real quick? Because if not,
man, we can call it a night, man. You've been at it, out.
yeah, we've been going in today.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but any more sincere questions, definitely bring those out. Like, share, and subscribe, of course. All right, support black businesses, man. Go over support our sister Yafa Bakar. All right, hit the Cash App if it's on your spirit. Support the ministry. And again, like we said, any questions? All right, any questions? Any more questions?
Look, if not, definitely make sure y'all visit Bacarco. I will drop a link. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's right.
Get
that.
Your shot of your Howard shirt.
Hey.
Out of your Howard shirt.
Hey, look at me, man. I'm calling my shot, man. I'm getting that child of Yahweh right there, man. The black and gold.
He's calling it off the backboard.
That's right, man. Alley-oop, bro.
Get you the new Bakar shirt. Get you the new
All right.
Bakar tee. Bakar means choose. Choose your heritage because the Most High being chose you. You know, we got the Masharah Yasharala colors on this one right here. Let me see. They fear the truth. Get you one of these.
Hey, ain't no problem, brother Igalo. Ain't no problem, man. That's what we here for. You know, as the scriptures tell us, man, to whom much is given, much is required, man. And I know personally from talking with the brother Ash, he understands that much has been given to him in the way of knowledge and the responsibility, man, to feed our people, man. So we don't take that for granted, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
All praises. Is that my man Marlo? What's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Last time I saw you, brother, that weird white dude ran up on the camp, and I got in trouble for how I cussed him out. I told him we don't fuck with y'all. I hope all been well with you and your family, brother Marlo. Hey, brother El Gallo, thank you. Thank you. You know, when we give the edification, it's a marvelous thing when brothers and sisters are able to soak it up, and it's beneficial because quiet as it's kept. I hate public speaking, so I'm the last one that's going to do it to hear my own voice. You know, it's all about getting us up out the condition that we're in, and if I can help in any way, then you damn right I'm going to do it. That said, make sure that y'all hit us up at Fire of God Classroom at
Hey, look.
gmail.com because we need soldiers. We need units on the ground. So
That's
come
right.
by. We'll raise you up from a beginner to a soldier. You ain't gotta be the debater. You know, you could be a resource just by being a moral support, being a brother that's out here with us, getting them boots on the ground, getting the blood off your hands. This is important. You know,
That's right.
that's
That's what
what
I
they
was just about to add. You know, any brothers, you know, sisters out there, but especially we looking for the brothers, man. We looking for you, oh ye kings. All right, all right, oh you kings out there, man. We looking for you brothers to stand up. You know, and if you're looking for an organization to do the work, as our brother Ash was saying, man, we will build you up through the spirit and the power of the Most High. Shout out again to the brother Oz. Shout out to our elder in Baltimore. So we got, you know, the leadership in the right places, you know, to get you to where you need to be. Right, get that blood off your hand. All right.
and we ain't gonna take you out to camp to fight another camp. You know, it ain't gonna be a bunch of bullshit dinner with us. You see how we get down? It's gonna stay like that. I'm gonna teach you how to get down the same way.
That's right. That is absolutely right. You know, and you get that edification firsthand. You know, through the classroom. You know, the brother Osh might call me the captain, and that may be my position in this within this organization. But I'm edified and I learn every day, not only from Osh, but from the newest Akim we get in the camp. You
Hey,
know.
bring that out.
All right. That's why I
Bring.
always tell brothers, y'all, they think that the conversations that I have with them, that I'm edifying them, but they don't understand how much it edifies me as well. All right.
That's real. That's real. All right. Last chance. Any questions, comments, or smoke? We're gonna give it to the count of 10. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. You know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Siete, seis,
I forgot.
ocho,
Nueve.
nueve.
Hey, man. At least I'm trying. I'm trying.
Go ahead and tell them.
You know, I don't
Hey,
want
if
there
you
to,
know, you know, right?
I don't
I'm
want there
trying.
to be no disconnects between Jewish and our brothers in the north side. You know, I don't want no disconnects. You know, I ain't afraid to learn to count, talk Spanish, you know.
Hey, that's why we looking. We need some. We need more Northern King brothers, man, in all the camps. You know.
We need y'all representing out here.
All right.
We need you representing. You know, because look, I'm in Dallas, Texas right now, and there's so many Hispanics, and I could tell the elder generation be interested in talking to me, but they be like, I don't know what the fuck this nigga's saying. I just could tell he's saying something. So if I just had some brothers that could help me to, get to them with the gift of tongue, we could move some mountains in that manner.
That's right. That's right, man. Hey, and that's why our Lord said. That's why He prophesied, right, to say that, although the harvest is plenty, right, which there's tens upon tens of millions of us spread throughout Babylon, right? But the workers is few, right? Just if we just go off Esau's census, right? He says there's only 1 million identifying Israelites in North America. Wow. There's over 33 million so-called blacks just here in America.
Hey, we do not like taking census tests either, so I know it's way more than that. But
right, we know it is.
That's scary. It's only 1 million.
Right. Bring that out. But still, even if we know that a lot of our people don't identify, right? I'm not going to disclose what I do. All right.
But identify myself.
Right. Yeah, but with that being said, there's still room, right? There's still room for you. Plenty of room, right?
Plenty of room. With that, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, and we're gonna say Shalom, and we're gonna be up with you next time, Lord willing. Let us know what topics you want us to go into, because look, this is what we do. We got a cold one on the way. We got a real cold one on the way. As a matter of fact, it's about marriage. How many of you got a full grip on how Israelite marriage is supposed to go? Let me hear that in the chat before I go.
Yeah, hey, and look, man. Hey, tune in this Thursday. I'll be uploading the thumbnail for my Thursday class on FOG main page. All right, so make sure y'all tune in. All right, and Wisdom Wednesday. All right, Wisdom Wednesday on the FOG main page, man. That's the Elder Marshall of Baltimore. He's gonna come with a beautiful topic, an edifying topic. Some may say it's divisive, but it's edifying and it's needed. All right, so make sure y'all tune into that also. All right?
Yeah. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for the Fire of God main page, because look, we just started going up over there, and there's plenty of edification over there. Let me get this link real quick.
That's right. That's right. So come over there and get fed. The next couple of Thursdays are just an introduction to the more laid out, more in-depth Thursday lessons that will be coming from me. Okay. So make sure y'all tap in over the next couple of weeks. I want your feedback on topics you want to hear, your criticisms on what you think your brother could do better. So I'm open to all of that. All right.
I respect that, Marvin.
All right.
How about this?
Anything you want to add, Cap?
Start by praying about it.
No, that's it. I just want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh. We do so by Shema Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. All right.
Shalom. Shalom.